Good morning, St. Lucia. I'll be kind of quiet because Kelly's still sleeping. But I want to do a video with the handy dandy little device I have. It keeps it stabilized and pretty. And I'll talk the whole way because I can play some music later. Got a great view. Alright, let's go on a little trip. Let's begin. Sorry, I'm still getting used to the controls. I haven't used it in a long time. Here we go. And walking through. Here's our bedroom. And there's the front door. Okay, a little louder once we get outside. Okay. This is the main walkway to our place. There are a ton of villas. As you can see, it goes all the way up around that corner. And as we scan up around, it goes all the way up that hill. I believe there's another row behind this one, and I think there's one behind that one. Over there's where the rats are staying. There's the main walk down. And thank goodness this is stabilized because I am bouncing. So this is St. Lucia. Got here yesterday. Started the morning at 2 a.m. All of us, I believe. Got to the airport. Got on the plane. Flew to Atlanta. Had a little layover there. Quick rush for story time. It was funny. The trams between the airports were so jammed that couldn't get on, and they were kind of stuck. So we just walked from E to D, or I walked to E from A, I think it was. The whole airport, which wasn't bad. But it was kind of funny. This lady was trying to get on the tram. She really didn't want to miss it. So she stuck her leg in the door as it's closing, and it decided to close. And then a couple minutes of running, grabbed the door and manually force it open, which was kind of terrifying and scary that people do that. But it was literally packed like worse than a subway in New York. It was crazy because it was really steep. Anyway, then we flew from there to here. Got here, and 2 planes landed at once, which was kind of unfortunate, but not too bad. Here's the main entryway. With, on the right, that's the kind of where you come in and eat. Try not to bug people. This is kind of the main walk. To the right is the little shop store over here. And then let's get back to the main walk. Not sure what that was. Edit that out later. And breakfast area. I'll try to be quiet around people. I think I look like an idiot anyway, I'm sure. Come on. Again. Here's the little seats you can get for the day. Upstairs eatery. Downstairs bar area. By the way, no non-alcoholic beer, but they do have a supermarket close I'm going to go to in a few minutes. And Grab me some zero, just so I can have the taste of beer, which is nice. Down the beach. It's pretty. Beautiful sky today. I guess we'll go over the history in a horribly massacred way from my memory of reading on the way here. It's pretty interesting. So St. Lucia, supposedly, they found remnants of a tribe, sort of a Waukene or something like that, that was here from the 1500 BC for a very long time. And then, if I remember right, it was the Caribs. They call them Caribbean people that came from northeastern South America. I guess the Columbia area, I'm not quite sure. And they kind of colonized all of the islands out here. After that, there's one that starts with a K. Wikipedia this because I'm going to butcher it. And they came, and it was mostly trading. Supposedly it wasn't really a lot of infighting and war, but it did happen. And eventually they took over. And I can't remember, I think it was the French first, but I can't remember. Eventually the French and English fought many battles here. Quite small to quite large for the control of the islands, because it was a big sugar and banana trade. They fought many times, I mean many, back and forth, sometimes within a year apiece that would flip hands. And I believe it was at one point the French had 14 whole soldiers here to defend this island. At that point, I think the population was around 400 or so total people, so not many. And so the English kind of won that one. And then back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And eventually, when was that? I can't remember when it was, but yeah, so 1760 something, the English came back, I'm butchering this, came back and won for good for a while. And then in a peace treaty, or a trade treaty of some type, the English just gave this island over to the French, of which Napoleon, and by the way, in 1760 something, they abolished slavery here, of which was a pretty huge thing. Pretty scary, actually, huge thing. They had, I can't remember the numbers, something like 3,500 imported of African descent slaves, and I want to say 400 owners. And I'm not going to say, I don't know if it was just whites, whatever, I don't care, but owners. And so they basically were what you call plantation owners. And these are the homes here. Let me stop the little story I'm telling. These are the homes here you can rent. They're really pretty, really nice. Those are infinity pools on the back of each one. So eventually slaves got tired of getting beaten and mistreated, which can be understood working in this humidity. Is very, very humid. It's beautiful. It's like right on the edge of sweat. But eventually they rebelled, and so they got some good fights for a very long time, many years, and finally they decided both to quit fighting and sign a treaty. I can't remember the name of it. Wikipedia. They signed a trade promising that the only thing they really wanted was a promise that, hey, you won't return us to slavery. We'll be free men on the island to live a decent wage, make their own money. Pretty good deal. And that lasted for about 25 years, from my memory. And then, out of nowhere, the English decided to sign some treaty with something with the French, and gave it back to the French. And that's right around the time of Napoleon Bonaparte, of who, 1 year after they did take it back up, or Napoleon reinstated slavery, which is awful. And then they that continued for quite some time. And I cannot remember for the life of me the dates and times. That's what Wikipedia is for. But they ended up, I guess let's go up here and look at this. They ended up reinstating slavery about I want to say 1800s, early 1800s. And eventually, the French were taken out by the, let's get around the car. The French were driven out by the English again, and found out for the final time, of which the English kept control. Let's take a shot of this. The English took over and kept it as a colony ever since then, until, and I cannot remember when this date is. It's not that long ago, but not long ago at all. I want to say 1900s, golly, I can't remember what it was, 60s or 70s. Look it up on Wikipedia. But they ended up creating their own country, and their country's a coalition of islands. And ever since then, that's what they've been. Got to say, the people here are wonderfully nice, very good people. Demographics are interesting because this was basically not a tourist island back then. They're trying to build towards it now. Obviously, it's just beautiful. I don't know if you can see on the mountain up there. Beautiful. They look like that's associated to this place because the same design, but I don't know. This place is huge. It has 7 restaurants. But anyway, back to I'm winded already. I'm out of shape. They ended up having 82.1% African American, and then it was the rest. They don't list the rest, so I think it's just a mix of everything. So it's pretty interesting. But it's a beautiful island, man. It's beautiful. Good. So after the airport, we got here. Well, we drove through the poorer parts, which is it's pretty rough to see some pretty rough spots. But you know what? I've seen a heck of a lot worse in Dallas, Texas, which is near me, my home. I've seen a heck of a lot worse there than here, believe me. I didn't see anybody freaking out on the street due to substance abuse and all that stuff. But just, you know, rough times. But I tell you what, you could live here homeless because number one, the weather's just awesome. Number two, literally coconuts growing on trees everywhere, all in the streets. There's bananas growing on trees. Now they're banana plantations, but there's just wild bananas growing everywhere, year round. Pretty neat. Oh gosh. Let's get back up to our place. I'm gonna show you Casey's pool. I'm jealous. I guess we can go to the upstairs. That might be easier. Here's the men's and women's restroom. Ooh, which one? Anyway, look the history up on St. Lucia, Wikipedia. It's absolutely a crazy history. And they get quite detailed, actually. breakfast here in a minute. Going backwards, sorry. It's till 11 o'clock, right? Breakfast? Yes. Okay, thank you. We gotta go wake our fools up. My good friends up. Oh, in their history, it was rumored by not only English, but by this tribe that starts with a K, that they were cannibals, which has never been proven. In fact, I found a book I was looking at that says that is the biggest debunked myth there is, but it was used to keep people scared, which I can completely understand. Because I went on the foot of this island. It is steep everywhere. So, interesting story.
Can always assist you.
Oh yeah.
To have
Like I said, they're incredibly nice here. But anyway, so that's been debunked over and over again, but that's one of the things back in history, of course, with the sensationalizing of everything. That was a complete lie, supposedly. I haven't eaten yet, so I guess we're doing good. It's a lot easier on the way down than the way up. Morning.
Morning.
Let's go to Casey's before I die. This is my second roundabout, to tell you the truth. So Casey's in here. We'll be quiet so again I don't get shot. Let me center this again, sorry. Oh, golly. Casey's balcony. Yeah. Yeah, it's on pole. Jitter. Let's try this back up. Of course, please fast forward to the video because there's lots of boring parts. This is gonna be the raw video. Just gonna cut it together. Okay, I got the hang of it now. That was practice round one. It's been a while since I used this contraption. And here we are. That's pretty neat. Let me get home again. And my arm's asleep. All right. That's it. Bye, guys.